Last week on Total Impact, the American Dragon and Spanky had a classic battle to see who faces the television champion, Rudy Boy Gonzalez. And the tag team titles changed hands as the Ultimate Bad Guys defeated the Buffet Brothers. All that last week on Total Impact.
From Far West Rodeo in San Antonio, Texas, this is the Texas Wrestling Alliance Total Impact, brought to you by Texas Discount Furniture. I'm Kevin Vargas, afternoon host of 99.5 KISS, and this is the boss of the TWA, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Thank you very much, Kevin Vargas. And last week we crowned new Texas Wrestling Alliance Tag Team Champions in the Ultimate Bad Guys.
And tonight, it's a debut night. We will get the debut of a new tag team in the TWA.
That's right, the Board of Education. Higher education, who knows? These two guys are going up against the Natural Born Thriller, Wayne Knight, and the Love Machine, Chaz Taylor. But that's not all. That big cowboy that stepped out of the crowd a couple weeks ago, Lance Cade, makes his debut here tonight.
Against Mombasa, too, in a hardcore match. Now, that's a tough way to make a debut.
Now, this time, let's hear from the tag teams in our first match.
We were educated at the finest university in the world, where we were classically trained in the sweet science of wrestling.
And so we, the Board of Education, bring our Goliath intellects to this Texas Wrestling Alliance to take to school all of its working stiffs, beginning right now with the Natural Born Thriller and the Love Machine.
These Harvard boys want to get in the ring with us. I say we gyrate right through them and take the girlfriends.
Board of Education, you crossed the wrong line, and now there's hell to pay. Let's go steal their lunch money, Chad.
Your next match, it is a tag team match.
Newcomers here to the Texas Wrestling Alliance.
Your first combatants in this tag team match. They come direct from Harvard. They are...
That's Harvard University.
Cruz and Jeremy Sage. They are the Board of Education.
Kevin Vargas and Shawn Michaels from Far West Rodeo. Shawn, another tremendous crowd for the Texas Wrestling Alliance Total Impact. We have got people standing all over the Far West Rodeo. And tonight, a hot show with a new team and a team that this audience knows and loves.
The Love Machine and the Natural Born Thriller.
The other one from Houston, Texas. They are the tag team of the Love Machine Chaz and the Natural Born Thriller, Wayne Knight.
And we got a couple of Hooter babes bringing them out. Lots of high-pitched squeals in regard to these two. I hear the female voices just being raised to the rafters of Far West Rodeo.
I'll tell you what, Kevin Vargas, the influx of new talent, new tag teams here in the Texas Wrestling Alliance, the epitome of it right here, the Board of Education. Of course, here we have the Natural Born Thriller and Wayne Knight. The two newcomers here to the Texas Wrestling Alliance tag team scene, Ruben Cruz and Jeremy Sage from Harvard University, the Board of Education.
And it's not just you as the CEO seeking out new talent. It's new talent seeking out you as the TWA office phone is constantly ringing. Nice move for a debut, first move. And even Chaz is going, okay.
Are you all right, Kevin Vargas? Many people calling myself, the offices of the Texas Wrestling Alliance, wanting to come in here after the ratings the first couple of weeks, running with WCW, beating out WCW, running neck and neck with the WWF, and hey, this is where it's at, the Texas Wrestling Alliance, Texas Wrestling at its finest.
I want to emphasize something to all you folks watching this program. You are the folks who take the gospel of the TWA out and ensure that this organization can continue to bring you exciting, live, and great television broadcasts here on KINS, professional wrestling on a regular basis.
Whoa.
Like that move right there by Chaz, the Love Machine, showing the rookie, I don't know if he's new to wrestling or new just to the TWA, but Chaz, the veteran.
Couple hip tosses, body slam, and a couple hip tosses, body slam for Jeremy Sage.
And a nice little gyration. The Natural Born Thriller follows it up. It was like Wayne's train rush right in, and the wreck is the two members of the Board of Education. They are down.
Oh, ripping them both in the same turnbuckle. One monkey flip out.
Two monkey flips out. Nice tag team symmetry between
Whoa! Followed by double clothesline. Oh!
And they are standing alone in the ring.
And Jeremy Sage right down here in front of the commentating position. Ruben Cruz the other side. The Board of Education getting a little education, TWA style.
The Natural Born Thriller, Wayne Knight, rolling Jeremy back into the ring. And Jeremy, that was a good move. Caught Wayne coming in, took advantage, got up real fast and threw the big boot down to derail Wayne's attack. Jeremy whips Wayne in and hits him with the big clothesline. Down goes the Natural Born Thriller, Wayne Knight.
Looked as if Wayne was trying to come up for a clothesline, but Jeremy got his there a little bit quicker. Whoa!
Good recovery by the Natural Born Thriller. Picks up Jeremy, slams him down to the mat. Ooh, vicious elbow. Wayne, the Natural Born Thriller Knight, is a veteran, not only of the Texas Wrestling Alliance, but of wrestling, and he has been showing what little experience can do. These young guys, this new team into the TWA, the Board of Education, getting a little bit of, as you said, Sean, an education themselves. Wayne, though, that, even a veteran, can be suckered in. Jeremy now going up to the top rope. Chaz, whoa! Bounce to the rope, and Jeremy right now is not ready for the next frat sorority mixer. Wayne setting up Jeremy. What's he gonna do? Looking at the crowd.
Nice little right hand. Looks like he's going for a hurricane off the top rope.
The crowd wants it. There it is.
Oh!
Beautiful move by the Natural Born Thriller, Wayne Knight.
Oh, Ruben Cruz in for the save.
Ruben making the smart move there. Don't let your opponent get pinned. Now he's not. Now that is not the smart thing. He's being the distraction, and nice double team move by the Natural Born Thriller, Wayne Knight, and Chaz Taylor.
He's got him down there for pin. 1, 2, 3.
Referee turns around, just now sees it. 2. No. A little too long.
Maybe we got to work on a little refereeing here in the Texas Wrestling Alliance. Little jawbreaker there by the Love Machine.
Now, Sean, you spent many years as one of the greatest tag team wrestlers in all of wrestling. When you see action like this, tag team smarts like Chaz and Wayne, how do you fight something like that when your own man is being the distraction?
That's tough. All you can do is tell him not to come in and be out there to fit yourself. 5, 6, 6. Whoa! Ruben Cruz from the outside, nailing the Love Machine with a clothesline. The referee not seeing a thing. What are the chances of that?
Jeremy taking a little bit of a beating, but Ruben has been he's obviously got the higher GPA because he has been the best at reacting to the situation, and he's taken a lot of advantages of moments when either Chaz is posing. Oh!
Nice combination. Drop toe hold with an elbow drop.
Ruben Cruz picks up Chaz, snaps him down. Goes for the pin. 2.
Big suplex there by Ruben Cruz, and the Board of Education now 1 up by the Natural Born Thriller and the Love Machine, but who knows? This test is going to take all night, perhaps.
Yeah, this is not finals time. This is an ongoing curriculum. These two guys coming out of Harvard, they've got to be a first in the TWA. Ivy League educated wrestlers.
That might be a first.
In the state of Texas?
I didn't want to say that.
I think there's a few.
I know it's a first for me, folks. I'm not one to put myself above anybody. High school GED, maybe. Yes.
And earlier, you saw Wayne do that same thing behind the ref's back. And Jeremy, paying attention, decides to do the old, okay, ref's not looking, slap it loud, and the other man moves in. Now he's on, got the camel clutch on, squatting down hard on the Love Machine, Chaz Taylor. Oh, that was not the way to follow it. Up and down, and I'd swear it was Christmas time, and we just heard the Nutcracker Suite.
You gotta wonder how many times old Jeremy's sages can take that. That's twice now. Chaz reached for the tag.
Ref saw the tag, in comes Wayne, and just cuts Ruben off.
Clock. Whoa! Clotheslines for everybody.
He is
on. Thriller is on fire.
That's how he earns his name regularly here in the TWA. Giving the crowd the thrill, throwing the combinations, making the quick move. When the Natural Born Thriller Wayne Knight is in, you will see combinations. You will see mayhem, and you will see a very smart wrestler who knows if he's got a chance to take care of both men on the same move, he will. However, that was smart on the way.
Oh, there's Shooter Schultz again.
Shooter Schultz drops down the love machine. Whoa! Up and over.
Side salto. Over the... All right, look.
Chaz Taylor.
I got it, Shooter, I got it.
Chaz Taylor down outside. Meanwhile, back in the ring, the Harvard combination, the Board of Education, froze. They thought they had Wayne, and Wayne ducked under, and both members of the Board of Education just ran right into each other. Wayne Knight trying to get to the corner for Chaz. Chaz, meanwhile, is still on the other side of the rail. And the Shooter, wait a minute.
Ruben Cruz with the Board of Education in his hand. Oh! Right up against the jaw.
Referee did not see that. Yet another move the ref didn't see.
Oh.
And the Board of Education makes a successful debut. A little assistance from
the Board.
A little hard way smack with the Board from the Board of Education. And an assist. And you'd have to say the Avery Johnson to the David Robinson slam dunk for the Board of Education was that attack by Shooter Schultz. Meanwhile, back in the ring, what's going on here? A little bit of, these two have been together for a while, and now...
Well, what they don't understand, Shooter Schultz came out, he was looking for a tag, but he had already eliminated Chaz the Love Machine Taylor from ringside, so the National Board Thrill had no one to tag it. They don't understand what's going on. We'll have to get these two guys settled. We have to take it up after the match.
Coming up after these messages, HBK, a man with a lot of words to say to you these days.
That's right, me and Ben will have an interview after this, but big match coming up, the hardcore match debut of Lance Cade against Mombasa, hardcore style.
Hello, San Antonio. Emilio here with all my friends at Texas Discount Furniture. Right now, get a free TV with the purchase of a Bancraft recliner, an Ashley Loft bunk bed set for $5.99, or a vanity with chair for just $39. Where else can you find these deals? And no better time than now to support my Tejanos for Children Foundation and coming soon, my benefit concert. See you soon. Remember Texas Discount Furniture. They won't be undersold, and they want to save you money.
There's a low price store, Texas Discount Furniture.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, coming to the ring, the Texas Wrestling Alliance champion, Venom.
As we heard last week on GWA Total Impact, Venom has a lot of words for Shawn Michaels. He kept alluding during that fantastic match, American Dragon and Spanky. Venom would not allow either of us to really comment on the match. He just kept wanting to bait Shawn and talk about history, about two young men long ago. A Felt like I was at the high school reunion with two guys remembering the way it was. Sean trying to commentate on the match, and Venom just not letting it go. Venom and Buffy in the ring now. This, I don't know.
All right, Venom, you and I have been going back and forth for weeks. You want to set some records straight? Have at it.
You bet I do. I think it's about time the wrestling fans found out the truth. 15 years ago, there was a tag team called the American Force. The members were our Commish and yours truly, Venom. And they were going up the ladder. And then the Commish decided to dump his partner and go to a big singles career. However, that didn't happen, did it?
Look, it did happen. I became a World Wrestling Federation champion 3 times, an Intercontinental champion 3 times, and a World Wrestling Federation tag team champion 3 times. And I told you 15 years ago, I told you from the beginning, I wanted to be a singles star. The tag team thing was fine at the time, but I was going to be a singles star, and that's what happened.
Right. And in the process, you stepped all over me. You dumped Marty Jannetty, and you dumped Kevin Nash. Is that your MO? Is that what you do? You use them, abuse them, and then dump them in the garbage?
I hardly used anybody. If anybody got used, it was me. All of those guys became superstars standing next to the Heartbreak Kid. Now look, I am retired. I've got a wife. I'm expecting a family. I don't want any part of this. You want competition here in the Texas Wrestling Alliance? I'll get it for you.
Yes, I do want competition, and it's standing right here in front of me.
No, I don't think doctors will allow that, Venom. Let's get real.
You can give me the courtesy to do what you did for your other partners. Give me a match, because it's been bugging me for the last 15 years not to know who is the better one, and I already know the answer, because there can be only one.
I think Venom needs to pay attention to some medical reports. There isn't a person alive, a wrestling fan, who doesn't know Shawn Michaels has a blown-up back and cannot wrestle. Coming up, we will be right back with the hardcore matchup between Lance Cade and Mombasa.
Ladies and gentlemen, to next match, it is a hardcore match. Please welcome your official, BB Shady. Your first combatant in this hardcore match. He hails from the Dark Continent, one of the kings of hardcore,
Mombasa with perhaps the most bizarre strategy of any wrestler in the Texas Wrestling Alliance. When he walks out, he's slamming a chair into his own head to show no fear, to show he is hardcore. And the man he's wrestling tonight, well, he called him a sissy, said Cowboy Sissy.
And his first match ever in the Texas Wrestling Alliance, as far as I know, his first match ever, a hardcore match here on the Texas Wrestling Alliance, Total Impact.
And his opponent, he hails from Austin, Texas.
Whoa. And Ray doesn't even get the introduction in. Lance taken back. Big throw, big chop by Mombasa. Mombasa, the hardcore maniac, will not waste any time. He will do anything. He'll use a rope, he'll use a chair, a table, you name it. Mombasa snaps. That young whippersnapper got his neck whip snap down there.
Well, Mombasa's going to have to stay on this 6'7", 250-pound cowboy from Austin, Texas. As he admitted, he may not be able to wrestle, but a hardcore match isn't exactly a wrestling match. Oh!
slides right through and just forces young Lance neck right into that rope. You know, when Mombasa's in the ring, any match with Mombasa, it's like I haven't seen this much mayhem at any Mombasa match since the last time I saw a Limp Bizkit mosh pit. Oh, right in front of us.
Big pile driver on the floor.
On the floor, no padding on that floor, simply a carpet over.
Whoa!
Big flip up and over. Lance, nice recovery.
Big back body drop from the 6'7" Cowboy.
They grow him big in Texas, and he is no...
I'll tell you what, you didn't have to explain to him how to have a hardcore match.
Total impact. We call the show the Texas Wrestling Alliance Total Impact. Lance Cade just took a garbage trash can, made total impact on Mombasa's head.
Over the head of Mombasa, and I'll tell you,
third time.
How Mombasa even knows who he is these days is beyond me. Week after week after week, Mombasa taking blows to the head. I'm telling you, folks, eventually you're going to wake up and not know who you are.
It's tough. You never know when a man will get a concussion, or you got to be afraid with Mombasa of even brain damage. Not that there's much brain there.
Oh, boy.
Oh, speaking of concussion time.
Oh,
Lance and Mombasa is flowing red. Oh, Mombasa does look like he's a little confused right now of where he is as Lance Cade lays in a big forearm into the back of Mombasa. The hardcore maniac is in a hard way.
Ooh, big knife fist chop by the Cowboy.
Second chop and the crowd roars its approval.
And you can see the two members on the not-so-Titantron up there in the corner. The big Cowboy with a run start. Ooh, big boot to the face.
Steps on the chair, and that adds a little backward impact. Mombasa with the presence of mind to get that boot up. The one thing about Mombasa, you can never sell short. Mombasa is resilient. He takes a beating probably better than anybody here in the TWA.
Oh, I mean, the times this man has taken blows to the head is immeasurable, innumerable.
If he was in the NFL, he would be on the IR most of the time. And this man doesn't even have a helmet on him. Mombasa just continues to cause mayhem in the TWA arenas. Right now, he's got young Lance Cade backing him up the chair, set up in the ring. What's this all about? Whip in, and no, Lance flip. Oh! Pulls Mombasa down right across the throat. Nice presence to do a little, what was that, little toe hold almost move.
Looked like Mombasa's going to fire Lance in and reverse at the last minute. He just got a hair of a reverse drop toe hold on him and caused Mombasa to come down face first into that chair. And as always, Mombasa, crimson red.
Mombasa staggering in the corner, barely getting up. Lance Cade, big Texan, throws the big chop, another huge blow. And Mombasa, he is wobbling.
Big Lance picking him up. Go for a big gorilla press. Oh, on the chair.
On the steel chair. Not a plastic chair, that is a steel chair. And you can tell because of the indentation that was once, well, it was a regular chair until Mombasa's head left an imprint. Oh! The leg in. Big leg drop. Mombasa taking another beating. And this Cowboy, he called him a sissy. I wouldn't exactly call Lance Cade a sissy. He is going right after Mombasa with total impact.
Yes, he is, that's for sure. Mombasa just getting not his good looks, but his looks, period, rearranged in the courtesy of the Cowboy from Austin, Texas, Lance Cade.
Lance throwing the big chops, pulls Mombasa out. He's just slamming him down, beating Mombasa down into the mat. Picks up the chair. Oh, low blow. Mombasa underneath. Goes real low.
I don't care how big you are, Kevin Vargas, that's going to slow anybody down. Mombasa with a pile driver. Oh!
Lance not only dropped on his head, but on the way down, smacks his leg on the garbage can. That can easily pull a hamstring or produce one of those painful bruises that cut your leg out from under you. Mombasa, what's he looking for? Crawling around.
Oh, yeah. What would a hardcore match be without a table? And here we go.
It's a good thing Texas Discount Furniture is a sponsor because they got enough tables to get in.
Thank goodness. We're going to start hitting them up on those, too. Man, Mombasa bringing that chair around this way.
Mombasa, the furniture man here. Right, wait.
Hardcore match. Balls count anywhere. Mombasa set up the table to put the big Cowboy right through and get the 1, 2, 3.
Right in front of us, too. I don't like where this one's going, Sean.
Now you're going to have to get used to this kind of action. Kevin Vargas right here live in front of us all the time.
It's TWA Total Impact. The hardcore maniac Mombasa along with the Cowboy. Lance Cade from Austin, Texas. Lance a little wobbly. Mombasa now throwing some chops in. There's a table, though, set up right here in front of us, and Mombasa with a chair. What's he gonna do?
Chair is going charging with.
Oh! Lance gets the foot up, and Mombasa takes his own chair right to the head. Mombasa down. Lance follows it up. Very smart move to come right out of that rope and throw the big clothesline, putting the hardcore maniac down. He's cranking up the chair. Oh! Right on the lower back. Sean, that had to give you bad memories. Someone who's got a bad back.
Oh. The beating Mombasa takes week after week always gives me bad memories. Big back
up and over. Mombasa grabbing his leg. He came down awful hard, and he came down a little bit on the side. Lance with such momentum threw him up and over. Lance, the bigger man, the heavier man. What we got here?
Lance set him up for a power bomb.
With a power bomb. Mombasa hit the edge of the apron. His leg came down so hard he cracked the edge of the table with his leg after Lance Cade
with the big leg drop.
It's a hardcore match, which means this fall can go anywhere. And it goes to Lance Cade right in front of us. Mombasa, bloodied, broken, and defeated.
And this time beaten, that's right. A big power bomb over the top rope, onto the table. A big leg drop through the table it went. Lance Cade in his debut gets the 1, 2, 3 against Mombasa, the hardcore maniac.